here, at whatever place is kind of speaking to you. This is where we left off yesterday, basically. I think we're at CERN, but I don't necessarily want to start with CERN per se. I think I dropped it there in the chat too. If you guys need the link, you need it again, just let me know. What's going on here? Let's see if this is going to let me paste. There we go. The glacier apparently. Kind of tapping in energetically too, bringing our awareness. I'm just scrolling through some of the pics. And if you have anything, feel free to unmute. If you need any updates, feel free to ask for those now. You can also chat with Seth and Dave. There are buddies that help with the mission logs and the record keeping as well too. You can call forward your own record keeper as well. It's interesting. Definitely the Alps coming through really loud. The mountains.
Yeah. Hmm.
You can sleep in there, that ice cave. There is a place that you can live there at night.
Yeah, definitely feel free to share if anything's coming through for you specifically. Some of the water grids, some of that crystalline ice.
Yeah, I got images of the mountains, especially water and glaciers. So I opened my eyes and I just see what you are sharing here with us. Yeah, right on track.
Massive water memory field. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely massive water field. Ancient to us, older to us.
They all. What had come through yesterday for me was like freshwater dolphins, like Like I feel that there used to be like during the Atlantean times, freshwater dolphins in some of the major lakes around the world that have like rivers that could connect them. Like they were a river and a lake dolphin of some sort. I'm not sure if that makes anything sense. And then there's like I had visions of them like in underground waterways, like that they would use these underground waterways to move around. Like they could they didn't really use their eyes. They were using their like sonar location to go through underground waterways or like lava tubes that were filled with water.
There's a dolphin in the U.S. right now that's swimming up into the river system, basically. They're trying to figure out like where he's going. He's just eating like salmon, and he just continues to swim inland. I feel like he may make it to like the Great Salt Lake, actually, which I thought was pretty interesting. They don't know where he's headed, but they're trying to speculate where he's actually going. So that is interesting. I mean, and there are other, like, you know, freshwater dolphins throughout the world too.
Yeah, the first picture that I got was the Alps, the mountains, and specifically the water, and it felt quite ancient to me. And I got a feeling that there is a huge information depository there, and it reminded me of our channeling around the beyond the ice walls of the Antarctica. And then now you're talking about dolphins, and so it makes sense that the dolphins and the whales are also in this on one for one reason. I think the Antarctica and the Alps in some way might be connected. There are a different sort of information stored in the glaciers, not like in the Antarctica. I have more the sensation that's about records, not the DNA like in the Antarctica. It's more about records. I'm hearing record storing. Yeah, I will tune in there a little bit more.
Yeah, thank you for that. This is like a tectonic in one of the areas that we had, like a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Interesting area for sure. Yeah, even for the records too. If you're feeling called to remember or retrieve or reclaim your records, you can ask your record keepers to step forward and help you call that in. If you're getting a hit for something specifically, feel free to just share with us, and then maybe that'll help somebody else with their records. I don't know what happened there. Matterhorn. like there's a glacier as well too. There you go. I got a lot of pings off of this one. Just
Yeah,
zooming
that's a famous mountain.
in. I heard grandfather too. Very interesting. Yeah, feel free to connect as well.
Yeah,
Drop in.
I'm getting contact with the mountains, with the mountains keepers. I was asking about this information storage in the glaciers, and they are showing me these golden threads that are weaving through the glaciers. And they are telling me, and it came through in previous channelings, that the mountains are like conducts from the universe, these massive antennas bringing information from the cosmos through their bodies into the Earth grid. And some of these informations that they are sharing with me, they store it in the glaciers. And it's important to be in the glaciers because, and not going through their bodies into the Earth grid. They're saying it's important for some of these informations to be stored in the glaciers, because with it goes, they are saying now it goes slowlier, and it needs to be dissolved into the atmosphere. And as through rain and sun, it evaporates parts of the glaciers. So the information that are stored in the glaciers are also very slowly, they're speaking like this, very slowly goes up into the atmosphere. And it goes into the stream of the air rather than through the Earth grid. In that way, as it goes through the stream of the air, humanity, the human beings, are inhaling those informations, and it helps in the ascension process as well. So it's another sort of supporting the ascension process, especially for the humans. That's interesting. Okay. That's why it feels so different when you are walking on the glaciers, or even when you're going to mountains. But when you're near a glacier, it feels different. It has a sort of galactic vibration. Okay, that I have it for now.
Yeah, that's really cool. So detailed, so intricate. Makes a lot of sense too when you think about it. Which some things don't often make sense to the human, but everything that you shared and that you channeled was like it feels and makes a lot of sense. So thank you.
Yeah, I was
The
getting a
Matterhorn
little
looks
bit of an
different, but-
I was getting a little bit of an add-on to that. That like when the water flows out or evaporates in the mountain areas, like when spring happens, then like the plants absorb that information, and then that information gets stored into the mineral kingdom. Like it's like a merging of information. It's like the now and the information is woven together within like the DNA of the plant. So it's like another form of the record keeping. Like it's that like the plants are holding on to like a little bit of that information, and then when they die that season, that goes into the like the making of the seed that happened for that year, and so the information just gets passed on more and more, and like it's I'm seeing that it's like a dissemination of like finding like the discernment of the good in it, because that's what it wants to do, is reinforce the good nature of it to like be more of itself. Like that is like the true nature of like evolution itself, is that we take in information, we digest it, and then we give it back, and then the planet gives us back the information that it's taken in through the plants. And so it's like this big ebb and flow of information that goes back and forth. And like once we really start to feel into this ebb and flow of information and how it is, and it is like the water cycle that we've been taught in school, like the evaporation to the cloud, to the sea, to like, like everything is so connected to itself that like, yeah, we're getting all this information and we've just been we don't connect with it anymore. Or there's been people who've taken and put chemicals and things into like what we eat, so we're not getting the whole story. And like I'm seeing like these chemicals eat into our auric field, and as it leaves holes just like it does in the plant kingdom. It's like that information that we were supposed to get to fill in part of our like auric field isn't there, because like the chemicals that were used to prevent weeds or prevent the insects, we need those weeds, we need those insects to give us like the information that even though it may seem detrimental to the plants or the ground or whatever, that information actually is a biofeedback that we're needing to get somehow. So opening ourselves up a little bit to that information can help heal our auric field, is what I'm hearing. So, thank you.
And also the elemental kingdom and us, we will have the alchemy ability coming online. So right now we are cleaning the whole environment now. I don't quite know how, but right now we are cleaning up all the chemicals. So in the end, we will all be organic and everyone will be super connected to the earth and restore the balance with the earth. And this matter song, it really looks like a crystal.
Yeah, can you imagine? I was going to take some time here so we can focus in, but like, can you imagine standing on the peak here at the Matterhorn and then like looking over down into like what that must feel like? I mean, I don't even know how, like, if you can get all the way up here, but like it's just so tall, so big. There's a lake off into the distance. There's this other parts here. And even got the ping too, like grid working wise, we could connect some of these mountains as well. Like the Matterhorn to Mont Blanc. We're just taking a couple moments here to connect energetically into kind of this vast wealth, this vast library, this vast Earth node. Just taking a few minutes here and kind of feeling into it. Just a beautiful space here. It's also kind of difficult to understand like the scale too. I mean, this is as good as it gets basically. If you want to see kind of the connection that we're gridding between let's see here. Matterhorn is here. We got Jura Mountains. Which direction are we going to here? Reset to north. Mont Blanc is to the west, essentially. So kind of drawing like you could do a bridge, you can do an energetic connection. Geneva's to the, looks like northwest. You could do a middle point too, as well. Just taking a moment and kind of arcing those together, and then maybe even connecting that to a mountain system that's near you, or your favorite mountain system, or one that you want to visit. Just taking a few moments to kind of grid those energetically to one another. Gotthard Pass. If anything comes through, feel free to share. This place is so beautiful, so expansive. Alright, take care, Christina. See ya. I'm gridding with your mountain. Be a really cool place to visit. There's some horses. Vincent was talking about horses the other day, too. Switchbacks. Well, those little lakes just right there too. What does it say? Lake Lucerne. Lake Lucerne.
So beautiful here.
I know. Can you imagine being up this high? And look how high up they are taking these photos. And then riding the boat. Wow. Just the colors, the water. The animals and the plant life. The water grids. Big old tree. Gridding the geese. The ducks. Beautiful. Beautiful. There's a waterfall in Switzerland as well too. Man, these are gorgeous. Let's see. Huge. The rainbow grids there too. Rainbow bridge, rainbow grid, prismatic falls. The valley. Lauterbronn. Imagine waking up to that. It sounds like Annette got to spend some time at some of these places too. Thank you for anchoring us into those codes. Wow. Bet these are so much larger in life too. Like the pictures don't do it justice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels incredible while you are passing all these images. I don't know if you can feel that, guys, but I feel that we are building up here a field. I feel a lot of tingling in my body. So really, we are building up here a field of codes. When you shared these images, or you let us fly through the Matterhorn area, I love that. An ancient being came towards me, and it presented itself as the inner earth keeper, and he opened a ancient door inside of the mountains, similar to the Lord of the Rings. It felt very ancient, and he was not very chatty, to be honest. He just said that he's keeping this sacredness of the mountains, and especially the area of the Matterhorn is the entrance to a vastness of tunnels within the mountains, a tunnel system. It goes through the lakes as well, so it keeps all the area in a specific vibration. And they have chosen the Matterhorn to be the entrance, because, as I mentioned before, I tried to explain you guys a little bit the valley and the little village just underneath the Matterhorn, and then the road ends there. It's on purpose that it ends there. It couldn't go through this area because of that sacredness. Yeah, I have this so far. I love the pictures. It feels so familiar to me, everything.
Yeah, I love that share. That's amazing. A Lord of the Rings kind of opening up into the earth as well too. That's powerful. Into the inner earth. I definitely felt inner earth as well too. I'm glad that you named it. Sometimes I wonder if you guys get bored hearing me talk about the inner earth beings in the councils who've been really chatty lately. That's funny, this picture. I love this one, man. Whew. Can you imagine staring at that? Dude, I would be so happy just to see like one of these pictures in person. Just to see one of them.
Not actually be able to go there physically, but like I think a very good tap in will happen while I'm there for sure on that aspect.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're going to get to do a little bit. You'll get to see something for sure. Gritting the rams. Look at those horns. Mineral Kingdom. plants and animal kingdoms as well too. This is another mountain, Monte San Giorgio. Ancient Earth, time layer, deep ancestral geologic memory. Let's get a feel for where we're at. We're near some water on this one. It's really cool. I know we're just kind of like looking and just tapping into a bunch of different sites, but just trying to, you know, if something is pinging you gridding wise, definitely stop and let us know. But we're just kind of getting a feel for Switzerland, some of the major geographic sites and areas as well too. Gridworking specific stuff. Of course, the mountains, some of the major lakes, some of them are heritage sites. Oh, that's an old tree right there. Tree's seen some stuff. This picture's 2016, 10 years ago, yeah. It'd be cool to sit on that bench. Yeah, this one's that one. It says that one's a heritage site. The 3 castles of Bellinzonia. Let's do. Maybe we can find the castles. And now may be a good time for us too, since we've been at it for a little bit, to tap back into, and that's a cool clock tower. Tap back in up at CERN as well too. Got some seal and water. How does that feel to everybody? You guys okay with that? pick up where we left off yesterday, gridworking wise. Here we go. Back to CERN, where we left off yesterday. I think yesterday we left off, and correct me if I'm not speaking super clear.
I would like to sorry.
Go ahead, you're good.
Just wanted to bring something into the field that they are showing me. It's not a lot, but I just wanted to bring it here into the field. It's like that I'm seeing with my eyes wide open while you are sharing all these images. They are showing me, how can I describe this? This is a sort of electromagnetical fields, but it's more, instead of waves, it's more threads. Looks like threads, and they're all over the place. It's so intense. It's a huge field of different threads in a different height. So there are lower ones, middle ones, and higher ones, and they are all interconnected, and there are a lot of dots where they are crossing. So it feels very intense, or you might think it feels very intense when you are in these places. Not quite sure where this will lead me to. I'm hearing that the mountains are helping to clean that out, and as well, of course, the waters. There are a lot of, all of these threads, there are a lot of energetic lines coming together from different parts of the world. And also they are showing me now, it's also coming from the universe, from the galactic side, coming down through the mountains, the tops of the mountains. It doesn't go through the mountains, but it goes outside. It's like a prism. And all these threads are going into the field. I really don't know what this is about. Just wanted to bring it here into the field. Maybe you guys are getting something. It just feels very dense, but on the other side also very energetical, high vibrational. Or maybe you have something.
Thank you for bringing that up so much. Yeah, I can see. Well, we'll channel in and see what we got. Welcome in, Lenny. She's showing us gridding something there. What is that exactly?
Garage doors are open through the trees. I don't know, twin trees, something. Oh, at the 0 point. Click, click, boom at the 0 point. Reported by rhinos in the mountains.
Yeah, Annette, curious, I don't know if you have any more than what you shared, because this was before we moved over to CERN, or is this as we, like, just for my clarification, is this CERN related, do you think, or is this, like, specifically with the grids? Because I got a hit, I'm just trying to figure it out. This is, do you feel like this is related to CERN? Is this connected to a specific area?
Oh, absolutely. Something about, it's a little bit on the abstract side, but something about hierarchy. I heard patriarchy. Rebalancing, resetting.
Yeah, I was watching those. I'm just keeping it abstract so that my human brain doesn't connect it to something. But I was seeing those different thread, or what you did a better job describing than me. And then yeah, there's different levels, like high, middle, low. It sounds, and I hesitate to say it, but in a way too, it's like what's coming through for me. Not that I hesitate to say it. Maybe it's something, but it feels like it's connected to a gate as well. Too is what I'm getting. I'm getting red, yellow, blue, like rust yellow and blue. 3 different colors as well too for the different layers.
Yes, exactly. Yep. Same colors here. Yeah, exactly.
Red, yellow, blue.
Yeah, I got the same colors, the blue and the red. Blue in the lowest, red in the middle. The threads that they were showing me, it was like a weaving through Switzerland itself. And it came from the mountains and it goes through the valleys. That's where it started, where I got aware of these threads while you were showing us the images. So I tune a little bit more here into this CERN Science Gateway.
I think that thread is a timeline. So because CERN is creating such a vortex, it bend the timeline. So it like somehow bend the timeline.
Yes, I'm getting this as well, Aurora.
That's
I'm
why
getting
we came here to heal it.
I'm getting a vortex as well for this place here, definitely.
Like yesterday when we had the Mayan Timekeepers come in, they're still weaving the grid around it. It's like I'm seeing like a protective dome being put around the CERN itself because of what it did, but it's like getting locked into its a specific timeline that they have for it. We're just going to allow them to choose that. And like what I was seeing is that weaving and the grid that's coming down the mountains from the galactics is like, this is like, I just keep on hearing we're making ourselves more visible now. We are making ourselves more visible, pulling it in, like as it's, we used to be in the shadows because they forced us to be into the shadows, but the light is starting to pour through us more and more, and as it does, like these grids are going to flow out of us as we bring ourselves into coherence with these grids, like this mountain flowing grid from our galactic brothers and sisters. We're just making it more and more visible as it comes in. That's just, yeah, I keep just getting it as like, and the more visible I guess we make it, the more of an ability it has to become visible to all of us around it, like, and pouring it in from the mountains. Like I'm just seeing the bowl of like the Alps there, just allowing this information to flow into the land. And like yesterday when the tree said they were going to help us, that they're weaving their roots into geometric patterns around the tubes that surround CERN. That's part of the codes that the glaciers are bringing in, is like as a containment. And like I was speaking earlier of like how we've used pesticides and like herbicides and stuff like that. It's that we're cleaning the environment in order for these pure grids, which give feedback, like the bugs, the insects, and the weeds were our feedback mechanism to know when we needed to do something to the environment to make it better. So like we're bringing in this code right now to it's going to feed the trees, which the trees feed, like bring in the shelter for all the animals and the lower forms of plants. And so that this is like a restart of the cycle of life in a way. Like, and it's really pertinent that it's happening right now in springtime for the Northern Hemisphere. So yeah, that's what I was just getting in. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm. There are several galactic races stepping forward and showing me, and I knew, well, I heard about it, but long time ago. But now they brought it up again into my awareness, and it might be in CERN happening. There is this experiment going on underneath the ground. I don't know which meters underneath, but this is a circulate tunnel where they are where protons or atoms or electrons are circling at a very, very high speed around the whole time. And actually the experiment is about to demonstrate the Big Bang. And the galactic races, there are several. There are the Arcturians, the Pleiadians are here, and they are saying they are protecting this experiment because what humans are doing is they wanted to play God, and they are protecting this because it could go wrong or could turn out bad, this experiment, and they are wishing to stop this experiment. So they are concentrating their energy and their focus on this area. Yeah, this is what I have so far.
I didn't realize this was here, but I'm stumbling upon a building called Sacred Heart Center.
What do we need to do to help out in this situation?
That's a good question. We can definitely, let's tap in and ask for sure. And I just wanted to point out too, these are the two lines that a lot of us were seeing. There's this is on the top, the tunnel is built underneath, and then also confirming the connection yesterday to the blue grid that I saw going into the Swiss bank. So just kind of cross-confirming one another. What you got, Vincent?
Oh yeah, I was coming up with yeah, I just lost it for a second. I'll be back in a sec with that.
Annette, did
Bells
you
are
get
ringing.
any? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying the bells are ringing.
Mm-hmm. This view of the CERN gateway, this is super activating for me. I don't know why. It just kind of captivates my imagination. And Annette, did you get any ping for specific star family or Aurora was asking, mission related stuff? I can drop in and actually channel here for a minute too and see.
Yeah, I got the Arcturians and the Pleiadians.
now I know what channeling. It was I'm seeing that the Arcturians have been working with the Pleiadians, like Annette is seeing, and they're bringing a holographic template, just like the pyramids, but it's going to be an overlay holographic template that is, I'm not sure exactly what it does, but like it has a lot of geometry, and like when I was channeling for the Egypt thing, and like I was seeing how the Arcturians and like all the star races put like hieroglyphics or star things, like the map of the universe into the like the King's Chamber onto the rocks. It won't, like some of these holographic templates won't be able to be seen until like the right time, but they're bringing it in now. It's like while like the luminosity upgrade is the time where we're bringing this in there, and that's like kind of why I had to go. I've got this crystal that the Arcturians gave me a long time ago, and it holds the codes for this holographic template that I'm going to be bringing there and planting it. And I have a couple other like biogeometry symbols that I'm going to be like bearing with the crystals, and like tying each one of these star races to like specific crystals, and a grid that's like that I'm going to use my biogeometry to help establish, because like what they were saying to me was that like the work that we need to do is hold our conscious thought, just having our conscious thought on this place, and like holding the intent that we want to make it better, is like we're creating like source when we do that, because source comes together with itself to make things better for itself. And like that's the true meaning of manifestation, is that condition of making better for ourselves together for the future of ourselves. It's like a paradox, but not a paradox at all. You know, it's just something that should be common sense.
比猫眼贪人哦。
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I love that. I was
Yeah.
picturing a dome too, like a giant containment, I guess would be one of the words that I would choose over this site as well. And then what I was seeing was some of those star families or star lineages, or even some of the hybrids. Remember I was telling you I could picture, like I'm just remote viewing in currently to the different places around here, and what they're doing is also they have the ability with their field. I don't know if you've ever been in like anything that's like super heavy, dense, really distorted, but like your field alone can shape the reality around you. It can help to like grid it. So what I'm seeing is like these different members who are, you know, maybe they're just working there, maybe they're part of the teams, maybe they're, you know, just regular people that have jobs in and around these sites that we're looking at here on this map, but they're actual like part of the gridding that we do, and that's why we grid. Just like Lenny's on the land right now, she's walking around gridding. The reason why that is so powerful is because a stable and coherent field can collapse these distortions. And this isn't like woo. This is like this is like the way quantum mechanics, like field mechanics, actually works, which is why gridding is so effective. So they were just showing me them walking around, and some of them have like pretty mundane jobs. Some of them are connected to the science itself. Go ahead, Aurora. I'm sorry. What you got?
Oh, I was just when Vincent was talking about, I was just picturing they putting a shield there to protect it. But I think what Vincent is going to do is so awesome. He is like putting all those geometric things on it. That is so cool. And I think I'm going to, from time to time, I'm just come to this Google Earth thing to study. I did understand my intention.
Yeah, I love it too. I love that Vincent's going to be doing that, and that I like that Lenny, I think her video dropped off, but she's acting as kind of our in-person grounding for like this grid work that we're talking about, because it's great, like it's great to be able to remote view, it's great to be able to channel and converse, but part of our mission as a community, as Grid Working Council, the frequency and vibration that Vincent carries, that Aurora carries, that Annette carries, that Lenny carries, I carry, that Christina was on the call earlier too, every single person carries is high vibe, high frequency, and we build that grid out together. And just also sending intention as well too with Vincent for clarity, understanding aligned action steps as he's taking this kind of epic journey in our steed, in our place. And I love that we're kind of tapping into this CERN. I mean, very clearly, like, there is definitely some distortion here, and I don't really want to necessarily focus on the actual distortion. It's well known, and we're kind of bringing in the higher, the upper atmosphere.
Yeah,
Trust
absolutely.
these seeds unite. Go Firehorse. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We don't need to focus on distortion, but this is an information that they showed me. It's important to share. The Arcturians and the Palladians both are sharing this with me. I got this ping while Vincent was talking about the Sphinx chamber in Egypt. It's about frequency and these protons and atoms and electrons that are going in this circular tunnel at a high speed. What they are doing is they are creating a tone, a frequency. And with this frequency, what's happening is it brings the field in distortion in a certain way. And what's happening is that it can, or maybe it happened already, at some point it opens a galactic doorway, and they're showing me it's like a black hole that you can step through. It's like when you're bending the universe and you step through, it's like a shortcut way, and you go into another universe. So this could happen, and this happened, and they are holding this field so that this won't happen again, because they are saying that humanity is not ready to handle this. And I think it's important that we have our focus right now on this field, really to grid here and to bring our energies here into this place, to harmonize and to bring this into balance again. So they are saying they appreciate our attention and our energy. And you just said this, Glenn, that everybody here in this call carries its own codes, and so it makes totally sense. So I appreciate all the synchronicities and your presence here in the call. Thank you.
I was getting a ping from the Mayan timekeepers who are helping us out on this, that this is one of the last time loops that is getting closed. There have been several that a loop is something that is regenerative, so it keeps happening again and again and again. This is one of the final loops that need to be closed and capped off, and then we're carrying the vibration of continuation. And when we come in here, we're carrying that we want to continue and not have cataclysm. So yeah, that's the vibration that we carry within our timeline that we're weaving together with myriad of other people. But we are one thread when we're and one thread is a multitude of other smaller threads, so it's, yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing each one of our colors is when we are pulling ourselves together, is we're creating this thread of truth, is what they're saying, thread of truth, and that's a continuation thread.
Yeah, I heard grounding the signal too, as well, so I wanted to share that. And then also the inner earth. Yesterday we were talking about this kind of wheel of time and the time loop. I'm glad that you and Lenny also brought that up as well too, so I just want to acknowledge the synchronicity there too, closing all the loops with our intention. But also, if you are on a time council, feel free to call your time council in. I know several of us are on time councils, so just calling for myself, naming and calling for the Octurian Time Council as well, asking them to step into the field and assist. And then underneath that wheel of time, yesterday I was sharing with you this kind of electrical looking vortex. It was red, not super compressed, and I was just asking again, that's an inner earth connection. I was earlier, I shared the grounding signal. There's an inner earth connection into this kind of wheel that we were gridding and bringing forward yesterday, but that connection is an elemental connection through Mama Gaia, Mother Earth, and allowing us to kind of ground into using the elements, the organic, right? Because we're calling for we're walking our way back to unity, closing out inorganic, calling for organic divine blueprint, and not just mentally walking through this, but the actual embodiment process. And I know Aurora, you're connected. Did you want to name your timekeeper council, or anybody else as well? Can you name yours if you have conscious awareness of it?
I don't know what is it called. I don't know any of my council's name. I just know they are around.
The Aurora Guardians.
Oh. I just know I'm hosting that universal time matrix. So that thing is what triggered the alarm bell that. So we all came from the divine outside of the universe. I think it's this triggered the alarm bell. That's why we all came here.
The Aurora Guardian Host Matrix. I typed it into the chat. That's what I was kind of getting for. And then what I just want to ping off of what Annette was sharing too is that they have. I was looking at what you were describing, and they have essentially some containment fields that I can see. one of them is like really like it's black. Black, and it's got like I don't know what this material is. Something's like rippling off of the containment. Some type of like field containment that they're utilizing. Very tall, looks like a wall. Looks like it's holding something back too. Universal dragons, okay.
Yeah, they're stepping forward with some codes as well. Something about resetting and recalibrating all layers of existence, all the way down to the math and science. The base math, I heard. Colors, frequencies of all kinds. All the elementals joining in as well. Elementals from our star families. So even dimensions that have physics that are different than ours. All coming together in harmony. The children with bubbles. You see lots of bubbles being blown. In celebration. All the relationships across like our sociocultural kind of stuff, like government, religion, school, like public school, even private school, like the way we educate our children is also being harmonized into something new too. Ringing the bells. Recalibrating our dependence on the time clock and resetting our inner compass to be our default guidance instead of a mechanical time. Our memories coming back online with all of this. And I'm just saying, remember to take it at your own pace. Lean into it with ease and grace. It is safe. The bells are ringing. And the timekeepers are saying something about being like we're already perfectly aligned, so just trusting our guidance through this process. It's 333 local timestamp. So all of us have a perfect alignment to continue to trust and follow the callings of our heart, our golden heart. As we unwind all the layers of what we've come to know, feeling safe in something new, even if it's unknown, it's still safe there. It's like the ancestors on horses, all gathering around as well and support. They're saying we've been gritting with you. The horses are really happy to be acknowledged. The trusty steeds. All the universes coming together to support this recalibration in harmony, peace and balance. Something about eternal love and the cycles of love Up leveling all of the frequencies. Supporting us as we take flight. I'm hearing fly high, free bird. Allowing our golden hearts to lead the way, to shine the path. I'm following the sound of music within. Allowing the breath to anchor us in our bodies. As we breathe. Reset. Our full system reset. Allowing our Earth Star chakra to ground us in this co-creation with our planetary mother. She's saying she's got us. Fly free. Ooh, with that, for now, we're complete.
Yeah, thank you.
They also want to thank you for the imagery of the watches, the Bing Bang Boom together watches that came into the field earlier today. So it's just kudos for all of us for bringing through all of our codes, unique frequencies, and inner knowings. With confidence and safety. Enjoy. Freedom with joy.
So while Lenny was speaking her light language at the end, they were showing me, like in the middle of this circular tunnel, a emanating golden light spreading out, and they were sharing to me that it helps now to balance the field, so that this distortion and this opening up of this shortcut or intergalactic gateway won't happen that easily anymore. So just witnessing our work here. Thank you all.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. That was powerful, the light language. Thank you. Vincent too is interesting. I don't typically. I got shown. It was like you're gonna. Somebody's gonna. I don't know if you're gonna catch their eye or they catch your attention, but somebody's gonna be like talking to you. It's a man. I can see him pretty clearly. He's not dressed like, I don't know. I have no idea how they dress in Switzerland, I'll be honest with you, but he sticks out like when I'm viewing this kind of conversation that you're having with this person. The way that he's dressed makes it to me kind of obvious that he's just not like the normal people that you're going to come in contact with, and I think he notices you is what I'm getting, and comes over and he's kind of like prodding a little bit. So nothing to be alarmed about, but it's just, I don't know why they showed me that conversation specifically, because I'm just kind of focused on what's in this picture here and listening to what everybody's sharing. But so if, with your own discernment, if that's something that, just something to think about, that's all. I figured I'd share it with you.
That's the stories to self-start being.
I just got the delivery for my power converter for Switzerland, so I think that's a good sign on this call for sure.
Nice. It's
Confirming,
different.
confirming conversions of power. Power's converting. Power rates.
Yeah.
Yeah, are they 220 in Switzerland? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's something, huh? 222.
Mm-hmm. I'm just seeing how far away, like the next closest, what looks like residential. "11 kilometers could be 20. Isn't that like 20 something miles, basically? I don't know. Let me ask. We do have supercomputers in our hands. Oh, it's only 6.8 miles, so it's actually less. And miles is less, so it's not. It wouldn't be quite this far. But this looks like residential housing on this side over here. I think we're in. We're basically right down. That's within 6 miles, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say this is within 6 miles. I don't know which way the tunnels go, like which way the loop is. But I mean, a loop is a loop. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I'm assuming it wouldn't be pointed this way because look how close these high rises are. You know what I mean? That's what, a 10, 15-foot story, 10-story building. I'm assuming that the loop isn't this way, but I mean, if you open a time loop within a 6-mile radius, all right, Lenny said she has to go. Bye-bye. Yeah, if you open a loop within a 6-mile radius, man, like... Okay. Yeah,
How
let
do
me know if
you
there's anything else.
how do you
Go
know
ahead.
about the 6 mile radius, Glenn? Did you look that up?
No, I just converted kilometers. I converted the tunnel length into miles, basically.
All right. Okay. Hmm.
But I'm assuming that they wouldn't point it this way because this is Switzerland, right? I'm assuming you would point it out either. I'm assuming you would point it out a direction like in these fields or under. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you would point it back into Switzerland.
So the loop goes, it's almost parallel to the highway, but then it goes north and through France and then back down in through Switzerland. It comes close to the part of the city or whatever, I guess. But then there's a secondary loop that's in front of everything, like, so that highway that's to the north or like that's just south of the dome there or whatever. That's there's a secondary loop that comes in that they like do all their work in, I guess.
Okay.
But the facility spans across the border of France and Switzerland.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how long this is, but I mean, 6 miles is it's a pretty decent stretch. 11 kilometers. I'm assuming that puts a lot of this within, because north is the way that we're looking. We're looking out to the north, basically. But if you were to drive 7 miles, you would be, all of this stuff would basically, I don't know what the scale is here. I'm assuming that this would be within range of it, range of the loop, basically. So we're looking to the north, essentially. That's the way the map's oriented. See if there's any last messages coming through. We're essentially out of time, or running, not out of time, but for the purposes of time on this call. Vincent, which day are you're heading out? I'm assuming later this week.
Yeah, I leave on the 26th, get there on the 27th, and then like I leave on the 2nd back to go back to the United States.
Okay. And you're saying you want to try and maybe coordinate something for the 31st?
Yeah, see where I'm at and what I got going on. Like for like I think it's would have to be for this call, the stream of consciousness is the 31st, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it'll be like
nighttime,
9 or 10 there, like when I come on. So
yeah, it'd be a week from today. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hopefully, I can bring in some more information. We just do like I feel like whatever else we've got going on is going to be tying together with like any information I bring in or whatever, like for our next channeling set on this stream of consciousness.
Yeah, man, definitely. I mean, if you run into an odd-looking feller who sticks out and wants to have a conversation with you while you're walking around with your stuff.
Yep.
He sticks out to me. I mean, his clothes. But I think he comes up on you, is what I was seeing. He comes up on you while you're doing your thing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we'll see. Like I'll have some time to plan and play around and see where I go with all of it. Like I'm gonna just like allow spirit to guide me for sure. See what I got.
Yeah, anybody have anything else before we close out for today? Cass or Aurora, Annette? Appreciate everybody for hopping on and focusing on a very important channel.
That is so cool.
Yeah, some of this stuff makes me really curious. Like, what the heck is going on out here, man?
It looks very chaotic, like abandoned.
I don't know, these buildings keep catching my attention. Looks like a freaking spaceship, almost.
That's a landing pod.
Mm-hmm.
Landing pad.
It looks like some kind of a depot that they're modeling after the CERN tunnels.
Yeah. I'm assuming this is either construction or some type of staging area for the different materials that they're using, is what this yard looks like, basically. And I can't believe you can get this detail on Google Earth. Like, it's like literally like you're walking around the facilities, you know what I mean? Like, it's so detailed. So detailed.
Which day is this picture taken?
I have no idea. I don't even know. I don't know that much about Google. I don't even know how close you could get to CERN, honestly. I'm assuming you would need some type of access to get out here. I don't think you could just walk into this facility. I bet you could get right here though. This is a hospital. It's just down the street. I bet you could get to that. You probably hit security, I'm assuming, somewhere leading up to this facility. But you could get to this hospital and the top of this building. You could get to the top of that building, absolutely. Or the top of the other building and stare right down the street from it. Like you're literally just down. All right. Well, thanking all the guides, helpers, allies, friends, animals, mineral kingdoms, Mama Gaia, Mother Earth, Armatina, all our star families, the Timekeepers, the councils, soul fam and soul friends. Much gratitude to all of our guides, soul aspects. Gratitude to us. Yay us, go team. Thank you to everybody who stayed up as well. Everybody that's working, tapping in as well too. We highly value your time and your energy and your attention. All the codes that was shared as well too. Thank you so, so much. We always keep Annette up at least one day a week. Putting in a pin in this for now. And yeah, just with our energy and attention calling into completion all of these, you know, any distortion, loops, fractals, fractalization, timelines, inorganic, as well too, returning it back to organic divine blueprint. And yeah, just send our brother Vincent, hoping you have just a smooth trip, brother, ease and flow and grace, low stress and high fun and joy and peace. We'll be thinking about you, and feel free to shoot us a message and let us know what's coming through and how we can assist you.
Thank you everybody for all the support and the opening up of consciousness to this trip of mine. I appreciate it. And I will bring you all with me. Thank you. Have a great day.
Good luck, Vincent, and have fun.
Enjoy your trip, Vincent.
Thanks, Annette.
Yeah, best of luck. Enjoy the rest of your day and your night.
Will do. And you guys too.
All right,
See you the next time.
Yeah. All right.
Bye, everybody. Bye.